Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to one of many Thursday videos, and this one is going to be about Toad. Yes, that's right. Buh! Yeah, Toad, this thing on screen. This is the Marvel Contest of Champions version of Toad, and I actually thought it was kind of alright when I looked at the Shindig video, but yeah, this is the design we're going to be talking about. And yeah, what we're going to be doing is looking at the comic book history of the characters, some other designs and abilities that are from the source material, just to kind of get an idea of what to expect from Toad when the champion goes live into game later next month. Or again, like one I remember, which is the Toad version from X-Men Evolution, Ray Park's depiction in the X-Men movie, or the Days of Future Past Toad version, which you can see on screen right now. Either way, the design in game looks pretty cool, which we're going to see next month. So what we're going to do in this video is do a little bit of comic book history and then end by talking about some of the source material abilities that the character might get in game. Toad, or Mortimer Toynbee, was abandoned by his parents so early in his childhood that he couldn't remember them. He was placed in an orphanage where the other children continually tormented him, who regarded him as a freak due to his ugliness, his unusual physique, and his leaping ability. So desperate did Toynbee become for affection that he developed a pathetically subservient personality and would unquestionably obey anyone he thought sincerely cared about him. At some point after reaching adulthood, Toynbee was discovered by Magneto and recruited for his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Magneto gave Toynbee the alias of the Toad because of Toynbee's powers, appearance, and personality. Magneto did not believe that Toad's powers would be of any great service to him, but he thought it useful to have an expendable pawn who would follow his orders unquestionably. The Toad was indeed pathetically devoted to Magneto. He subconsciously referred to him as a surrogate father. He blinded himself to Magneto's continual verbal and physical abuse because Magneto was out to conquer the human race that had rejected the Toad. The Toad believed that he would be given a place of honour in a new society that Magneto would create. One interesting thing, I found out that whilst he was a part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and when Scarlet Witch I think was just like part of it for a brief period, he actually like had a bit of a thing for her, which I guess was kind of weird, but at the same time sometimes, you know, whoever you fall for, you fall for. Now later in the future, Toad had had enough, and after a few problems with some escapes from various different types of prisons and leaving Magneto for dead, he set out on his own. He had his own ambitions. Eventually, the Toad sought to form a new brotherhood, recruiting Blob, Pyro, Sauron, and Fantasia. Allied with the Morlocks, the team attempted to take down the mutant strike team X-Force in a violent battle. They would later clash with Darkhawk and Sleepwalker over the interdimensional mutant portal, and then Toad's Brotherhood later disbanded. I mean, yeah, it's safe to say that he's had a little bit of ambition in its time. He's got involvement with lots of different characters that's still meant to be in the future MCOC champions. I mean, Sauron, for example, is part of the Toad's Brotherhood, so there's the Sauron kind of like Toad link right there. So maybe Blob and Pyro in the future, maybe even some kind of nods to Morlocks. But yeah, that's been the character. That's been a little bit of the comic book history. Let's now learn a little bit about his source abilities. So to start with, superhuman leaping. Is that something that we could see in MCOC with the height? Because, you know, we've got Sentinels that have got height, but could you see something kind of like leaping and bounding into the air? Like when you swipe, it kind of goes hop, hop, hop. You just don't know. It could be if Kabam have indeed kind of thought about that in the same way that, you know, Quicksilver could be a possibility, as well as various other champions as well. Flexible bone structure. The Toad's bone structure enables him to great flexibility. He can remain crouching position for long periods of time and perform contortionist type feats without causing any damage to his spine. Will that be some sort of evade based ability? Probably not. I don't know if they would ever kind of go down that route, but maybe there would be some sort of like cool little evade thing. I'd be up for that. Superhuman stamina. Toad's muscles produce a significantly lower amount of fatigue toxins during physical activity. So that could be cool, as something a nod just to say like, okay, he's able to build something out over a time or keep something consistent over time. Not like a debuff or anything, but like a buff of some description could work into an ability to have him more consistent for longer, gaining something in particular. Like, would it have I don't know, rather than having a fatigue thing, they could have like a non-fatigue. I don't know really how to possibly describe it, but some sort of passive building effect that could be transferable. Agility. Toad's overall equilibrium application is enhanced to some degree, and his body coordination and balance are enhanced. I think that's just a normal thing with any hero, so that I don't think that'll be in there. Toad's reflexes are enhanced to levels that are beyond the human body's natural ability. Again, plays into evade if they did like a Spider-Man evade thing. Durability. Tougher and more resistant to physical injury than ordinary humans, can withstand major impacts and physical trauma. I would severely injure or kill an ordinary. So I don't know whether or not there will be something of that to like tap into. The Toad has a limited healing factor that allows him to recover from injuries and ailments at an accelerated rate. Interesting. He can recover from minor ailments such as a cold within a few hours. I don't think he'd have any kind of like freezing immunity. Larger, more damaging injuries such as broken bones heal within a matter of days. He also has been shown to be able to regenerate several body parts, such as when he regenerated his tongue, which had been completely cut off by Wolverine. Wow, that's something that's quite cool. If they could do that in MCOC, like a healing of some kind, that would be amazing. He also has UV and infrared vision, and how that would be something of that would be good if it could like identify weakness within other champions. But it grants him a degree of heightened night vision. However, his eyes are also sensitive to certain types of lightning, forcing him to wear light filtering goggles. That would be good if they put in some sort of like he's not got very much energy resistance, so champions that have shock damage would be kind of good counters to him to some sort of degree. And then we've got the prehensile tongue. Toad has the ability to extend tongue up to 30 feet. That again is cool for distance. Imagine that, you like, I don't know, do a heavy attack and you kind of like ping a tongue across the other side of the map. Whether or not come out and put it in, I don't know. Toad can secrete an odorless pheromone venom from glands in his tongue and fingertips that seeps through his skin directly into the bloodstream. Imagine if he did something like petrify, something like that. The venom allows him to control the minds of anyone exposed to it and limit. We all know that's inverted controls. Yeah, that's probably going to be inverted controls. Acidic saliva. The Toad saliva is highly acidic, adheres to most surfaces and quickly dissolves most materials with ease. Poison? Maybe. Paralytic resin. The Toad's paws secrete an adhesive resin that allows him to stick to any surface and paralyzes the nervous system of any living organs that come into contact. I don't know what that would probably be. Sticks to the floor because we don't have ceilings in MCOC. And then respiratory system and amphibian control, ability to psionically communicate with maybe something similar to squirrels with Squirrel Girl. Don't know, but there's a lot of things right there. There's also a second mutation. At some point after becoming inhabitant of New Tian, Toad underwent a secondary mutation that granted him ability to release fire from his tongue. I don't think we'll have any of this. And then there's other stuff like experienced combatman, expert machinist. I don't think we'll have that. I think we'll just stick down to the main kind of like abilities and stuff with that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff still to go on. That is like actually like good from the means of what the tongue can do. His durability, reflexes, and stuff like healing factor. You know, I didn't know that he had his tongue cut off by Wolverine and was able to regrow it in a matter of days. That's incredible. So I hope there's stuff like this that's going to be in the game version. It must be. I'm sure Kabam have taken a lot of this very seriously. And then, yeah, looking forward to next month, the abilities and stuff like that, which we'll be going over on the channel. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure as well to check out some other content located on screen right now. And what are your thoughts on Toad and his comic book history and his source material abilities? Thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you later on. Bye-bye for now.